Okay, welcome everyone. It is so good to have you here today. I am sure we are going to have a good time. So now I'm going to share my screen and take you through this class very quickly in a way that would add value to your time and make it worth your while. Please take note that all I'm going to be teaching you is what you can practice between today and the next 30 days. So again, welcome to class, everyone. I'm happy to have you here as your teacher, as I will be showing you how to monetize your knowledge and your expertise in 30 days, even if you are a complete beginner. So this class is specifically designed for beginners. If you've never made a dime, or at least not as much as you would like to online. So I literally had to go back to myself 10 years ago. That's how long I've been doing this business, right? 10 years ago when I began to make money online, and 9 years ago when I began to teach what I know online. It was 2015 March. And I had to ask myself, without the tech overwhelm, without the plenty funnels, creating courses, how was I able to make my first $10,000, my first $20,000? Because I did not have a funnel until about a year later. 2016 was when I did my first funnel, 2016 June. So there was something I was doing at the beginning that helped me make money very fast. And I came up with this solution system. I hope you now see that this is going to be a very value-packed training because, of course, I have 10 years of experience. Yes, a decade. Please turn off all distractions and prepare to take notes quickly, okay? You will be learning a ton. So please take time to take your notes, and more importantly, set your expectations. What do you want to get out of the session? I believe that as humans, we are co-creators with God. And when we set our intentions and our expectations, we make miracles happen. So take a moment and set your intentions. Quietly, let your spirit commune with my spirit. You are a spirit being, you know, right? So let's have this spiritual conversation. And one thing I say here may just be the answer you've been looking for years. My prayer is that as you show up, as you pay attention, that you will receive unusual understanding and insights to take action on what you will learn. And you will receive insights and clarity of mind. Amen. Amen. This class is for professionals and thought leaders who are experts. So we have therapists, we have doctors, accountants, realtors, speakers, coaches, and then we also have seasoned entrepreneurs who have been in business for a while and would like to make money online by teaching what they know online. Okay? So very quickly, in case you don't know who I am, I'm going to give you a very brief version of my story. I began this business, monetizing my expertise 10 years ago, when I began to teach people how to make money online, doing the same business I had done. So then I was buying and reselling internet data bundles, right? So I would buy in bulk and resell in bits, okay? And I was intrigued by the business model. I asked the guy to teach me. He refused to teach me. And then I went on Google. Hello, Google crew. I went on Google to find out more about the business. Google taught me the business, but I failed after about 3 months of being in the business because Google forgot to teach me how to grow the business. And this is why today I really appreciate those who charge a fee for their knowledge, because there are so many people who are not willing to share. How many of you have met people who refuse to share their knowledge with you? Let me know in the chat if you've met someone like that. Just type "not nice" in the chat. It's not nice, okay? That this guy refused to teach me, even though I was offering to pay, because according to him, he did not want to set up competition against himself. So, again, when you find someone who is willing to share what they know with you for a fee, you should pay and say thank you. You should pay and do what? Say thank you. So this guy refused to teach me, but I learned, but I failed. After about 2 months, I lost everything, my capital, my accrued profit, everything, because Google taught me how to start the business. It did not teach me how to grow the business, okay? How many of you have tried to learn something on Google and then it was free, maybe on YouTube, but you ended up disappointed? You're like, what did I just waste my time doing? If that's you, just type "I have." Let me know if you've been there before. Like my coach would say, Yana, you are not alone. Right? So I almost gave up, but of course I went back to Google to search for someone to teach me. And so I found this young man who was willing to teach me for a fee, and I was happy to learn. And within 4 months of his mentoring, I was able to move my business from a $10 capital to over $1,000 in profits. I was able to move from a $10 capital to over $1,000 in profit. Yet it was crazy. And so I say, this taught me that what you get from mentoring will always be more than what you paid for it, because mentoring is priceless. So I ran this business successfully and over 6 months, and then I began to teach other people. I wanted to be a light to other women like me, to work from home, make money from home, and that was it. And I sold my very first training material, which was a PDF ebook, for 20,000 naira. That's about $20. And I offered them mentoring with it on BBM groups. So I was on BBM and I was teaching these women, I was offering support to them on BBM. I didn't want them to lose money the way I did, right? And so monetizing my knowledge on how to do the MTN data sharing business, I hit over $2,000 in income within 3 weeks in August of 2016. And that was when my eyes fully opened to the massive opportunity available in creating and selling knowledge products. Since then, my business has grown to over $300,000 in income. All glory to God Almighty, while I'm growing my brand internationally. So with this income, I've been able to afford some luxury for myself, my family, starting with our very first international vacation in September 2017. This is me, my husband, my mother-in-law, my best friend in the world, and my kids. Yes, my mother-in-law comes before my husband. Don't tell him, but she knows. All right, so, and this was me, and this was me again in 2017. I was able to afford to see my mentor, my coach, Tony Robbins, for the first time. This was in 2017. Then 2018, I was able to afford to take my husband to, London for the same event. It was really good. I remember him saying that, Temi, you are a life changer. It was so emotional for me. After 4 days of being at the event, he felt what I had felt. It was really good. And I've enjoyed so many recognitions as the coach of the year, as the business coach of the year, guardian woman, one of the 100 most inspiring women in Nigeria, all of that, right? I've graced several global platforms, TEDx twice, TV interviews, newspapers, and so on. And currently I live in Texas, USA, as an individual with exceptional abilities, right? And when I'm privileged to, I teach at universities, at St. Thomas University in particular, I teach digital marketing, sales strategies, and so on. And recently, I was recognized by Congresswoman Sheila Lee Jackson for my contribution to the United States government. Yeah, it's so cool. And that's just a little bit about me, okay? At the end of this class, you are going to learn a ton. You're going to learn how to identify your knowledge gold mine, how to create compelling offers, how to choose your right format, how to find your perfect topic, my signature 4-step framework to monetizing your knowledge online, how to deliver exceptional value to your clients, how to sell your knowledge, okay? So know this, the knowledge industry is a $25 billion industry. And this means there is room for you. Now, this is even an old statistic. I couldn't get the new one recently, I'm sorry, but it is way more than this right now. So there is room for you. Before now, for you to monetize your knowledge, you had to have people in the room physically to learn from you, right? But now it's different. You can simply teach what you know online. There are people here from across the globe, right? Talk about meeting people where they are without having to set up any physical events, right? Which means those who cannot be physically present can still take advantage of your knowledge. Talk about impact and income, that the internet has made life easy for us. And one thing you can be grateful for is that the knowledge business is scalable when it is done online. And scalable means you can sell to 1 or 1 million with little or no increase in overhead costs or delivery energy. I'm going to repeat that. Being scalable means that you can sell to 1 or 1 million with little or no increase in overhead costs or your delivery energy. So what is a knowledge business? Very simply, it is a business that is built on a person's expertise, and revenue is generated when they teach others what they know in formats known as knowledge products. Okay? The format here is knowledge products. So types of knowledge product that every expert here should have. We have the easy to create ones, and we have the not so easy to create ones. So the easy to create ones are consultations. Everybody here should be charging, should have a pick my brain session. Everybody on this call, you should have at least a pick my brain session. There you can have online boot camps, you can have webinars, you can have online groups, you can have coaching. In fact, coaching even should be the second thing before the boot camps, right? And then the webinars, the online groups, and so on. And then the not so easy to create ones are the bundle videos, the templates, the ebooks, the audiobooks, online courses. I speak about tech here. It's not so easy because some techie stuff needs to come into place, right? So when you see this, my question for you is, why is creating knowledge products so important? Here are some reasons why you should care about creating and selling knowledge products in addition to whatever job or business you do right now, okay? Number one, KPs have lower total cost of production and marketing compared to physical products. The profit margins are high, very, very high, almost like 90% profit margin. KPs allow you to communicate directly with your customers without having physical meetings, right? KPs last forever, unlike other products, right? They don't wear and tear, okay? You just edit them sometimes, revamp them, just edit a few things here and there, rearrange some things, but they are there. at least as at now. They last forever. I have programs, videos from 10 years ago that I still offer as value to my students, right? KPs never run out of stock. You know how you have it with brick and mortar products, right? KPs, they're always there until you choose to stop selling them. There is far less to do in terms of day-to-day management, because you're not replenishing anything really. And you are able to reach more people. This is so, so important. The internet gives you the opportunity to reach a very large and global audience with just a device, just internet connection. Then the impact is immeasurable. Like, you get a sense of fulfillment because with your knowledge, you can save marriages, you can repair families, you can improve someone's health, you can help someone grow their confidence. I know this is a huge thing because I believe that the true value of an expert's business is not the money you make, but the people's lives you are able to change through your message. Raise your hand if you feel like people will remain in their problems, waiting for you unless you show up, because they'll just be there, dying mentally, maybe even physically, just because you are not stepping up. KPs give you expert status in record time. Then it gives you a business with personal freedom and regular income outside what you do, okay? And this is someone who embodies that. Bankole Williams is a life and career coach, he's a consultant, he consults for banks, right? I mean, at least 90% of the banks in Nigeria employs Banky for his services. And Banky came and said, Temi, I have an idea in my heart. I want to help people improve their relationship with their mindset, and their money and their career. I mean, their life in general. And so we sat together and we created his very first webinar. So Banky says that Temi is all about actions and results. She helped me set up my first webinar. By the end of the webinar, in about 2 hours, there was 1.4 million naira sitting pretty in my account. It was his first time. He had all the knowledge, but he didn't have the strategies to really monetize. And he says, with Temi, it's no fluffy talk, just pure hacks that leads to cash. Quickly, who should create knowledge products? It's simple. They are valuable knowledge owners. Valuable knowledge owners. So if you have a body of knowledge, something something that you believe can help someone, please, you are who we are looking for. So if you want to reach the world with your knowledge, you want to help many people achieve results, you are someone who has a body of knowledge that can help people be better, to do better, to have more. You may have gained the knowledge from your experience, from studying, from sheer passion, from observing your grandma, right? Also, if you are an expert with existing profession, like a consultant, a coach, a lawyer, a doctor, a photographer, you should be monetizing your knowledge. You should be creating knowledge products. Or you're an entrepreneur with existing business into production or a brick and mortar store, right? You can use information products to get more people to know about you and become your customer, right? Maybe you sell baby food, you can create an online group where you will teach mothers how to prepare healthy meals for their babies or something like that, okay? Hope you're seeing what I'm talking about here, okay? I hope you've seen it. So how do you know when it is time for you to monetize your knowledge? Guess what? This is something I get asked a lot of time. Like, Coach Temi, I'm not sure I'm ready. So let's see. Number one is when people are always picking your brain for free on a subject matter. it is time to charge what you know. They come to you because they believe you have answers and it works. That means you're ready. So for example, my first book, What Business Do I Start? It was a direct result of the questions most people kept asking me. And so I wrote the book, What Business Do I Start? Within 2 weeks, I had over 200 pre-orders on the book, right? That's number one. Number two, when others who are not as good as you are, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. Something came to my mind. There was a day this lady was in my DM. She said, everybody is monetizing their knowledge. They're not even as good at it as they claim. I was like, sis, they will keep making money until people like you step up. So when others who are not as good as you are teaching what they know for a fee, bro, it's time to monetize. If you go on social media and people who are not as good as you are teaching what you are thinking of teaching or what you are giving for free, and they are making money from it, it's time to create your own knowledge product. Amen. Amen. Number three, if you have the great nudge to help people, you are ready. If somewhere in your heart, you have this. So let me add this to this one. It's a nudge you have to teach, and maybe already you teach. And then somehow in your heart, you just thought about it in passing. Okay, listen carefully. In passing, it just crossed your mind that it really wouldn't be bad if I got paid for that session. You're ready. You are ready. Like you spent an hour and they were just talking and talking, and you were just talking and talking. And when you were done with the call, you felt spent. And they were like, wow, thank you. That was so good. That was really helpful. Thank you. And you're like, yeah, you're welcome. And then you just went back and you're like, oh, you were exhausted. And you just thought, you know, it really would be bad if you just sent me some money. You know, you are ready if that is you. If that crossed your mind, you are ready. So let's get this tire on the road. Now, your question remains, how do I find the perfect topic to create? How do I really know what people are ready, or what should I teach on? Okay. Let me repeat that. KPs are basically information products. That is, you are sharing valuable knowledge with people in a digital format. And so to help, and you're getting paid for it. Paid, very important, getting paid for it. Now, for that payment part to really go through, to really like, boom, hit it, you need to look out for the knowledge that hits these three chords. There are three chords that your knowledge must hit. You ready? Number one, this topic must interest you. Plain and simple. You must be quite interested and invested in it. How do we know this? Check your library. Bro, check your library. What books are you still reading? What news do you watch? What posts do you save on social media? Which ones do you contribute to online? That topic interests you, period. Second chord it must hit is, it must interest a lot of people. You mustn't be the only one in that cocoon. Don't do that. It must interest. So you must see Facebook groups with hundreds of thousands of members. In those groups, talking about that niche. Unless, of course, you don't mind being a pioneer. But you know that pioneering doesn't bring money, doesn't bring cash easy, right? That won't happen in 30 days, more like 30 months. But if you want the 30 days magic to happen for you, it must interest a lot of people. Number 3, it must provide real solutions. Real solutions to people. Yes, it must. I'm sorry. I won't just pay you because you speak well, because you have this nice accent like me, no, or you are pretty like me, no. I'm going to pay you because you solve real problems for me. And I always say this, that people may not pay you to get into heaven, but they will pay you to get out of hell. So you must be solving real problems. So you provide real solutions to real problems. Is that clear? Number 4, your solutions. Yes, this is a one I had to add to it. Your solutions must be such that people are already paying for it. You don't want to be the tests, the market tests or the market research. No. People must be already paying for what you want to teach others. That's it. So if you can hit these 4 points, these 4 areas, then you have a topic. Let me know in the chat which of these, how many of these 4 did your or does your topic hit? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me know. It must hit all 4. If not, you're not ready. At least not in 30 days. So what can you teach? I'll tell you. Some of you may still be thinking, okay, Temi, what can I teach? I have this, and I have 2 topics that really match the 4s. That's good. What can you teach is, do you have knowledge that can solve real human problems? Have you helped yourself with the knowledge? Now, please pay attention. And if you have a note, just put number 1, yes, or number 2, no, or number 1, no. So let me turn off my video for you to really pay attention. Okay, I hope you can see all my screen now. And be ready to do a screenshot. Get ready to do a screenshot. So number 2, have you helped yourself with the knowledge? Number 3, have you helped a number of people with the knowledge? Number 4, do you have tangible results helping others with that knowledge? So if you have 3, 4, 5 areas of life that you think you can teach very well, these questions, they serve as a sieve. So sieve out your most lucrative topic. Are you with me? Number 4, do you enjoy? Number 5, do you enjoy teaching this particular area of knowledge? Number 6, are people already paying to learn this type of knowledge? Number 7, will you pay to learn this knowledge yourself? Because what goes round comes round. So if you don't think you can pay others, I doubt anyone else will pay you. So no one will pay you too. So let's think that if you lacked this knowledge, is this something you would have readily paid for? Now, let me give you a hint here. Hold on. If you have ever paid for something in that line, then you have paid to learn that knowledge. So if you've bought a book about it, if you have taken, paid for a boot camp or a coaching program in that area, most likely because you thought you didn't know enough. Ouch. So if you paid someone to teach about, to learn around that area, maybe because you thought you didn't know enough, then yes, you're fit to say that you've paid to learn that thing yourself. Are we good? I hope you're good. Okay, so let me go back to my slides and then, okay, hold on, it's coming up, Yeah, it's up. Number 8, are there existing digital products on the subject matter? So this is your total slide. Do a screenshot, go ahead. Do a screenshot, that's it. These 8 questions will help you to determine which of your many topics to stay on. How many yeses do you have? If you have at least 4 yeses in a particular topic, then you are good to go. If you have at least 4, then you've been leaving money on the table. Now, listen carefully. If you have only 2 yeses, you are in a good place, because that was exactly where I was in 2014 when I began my journey. Okay? I had just the knowledge that could solve real problems, and I had also helped myself with the knowledge. That was all I had. I had just 2. The first 2 was all I had, right? I hadn't helped a number of people yet. So what did I do? Guess what? I went on a Facebook group and I offered to teach people for free. I got about 7 or 9. I know it was an odd number because I did some pairing accountability and one person did not have a partner. So I had to be her partner. Mosumola. I began to teach what I knew for free. So I taught them for free just to test myself. And it was when I knew I had helped them, they had results, then I knew I was able to nail 3 and 4 together. I didn't even enjoy the teaching, right? To be very honest, I didn't enjoy it that much. But it was when they began to call me coach. I'm like, where's your coach? Hello, I'm not a coach. I knew I had hit something and it was so good. Okay? So if you have at least 4, you're good. Okay? And the truth is that you can teach just about anything. As far as it's a major problem for a lot of people. In fact, recently, let me share my screen. I met this lady online who created a program for mothers of 2 under 2. I had never heard of anything like that in my life. I'm like, mothers of 2 under 2. Oh, if you have 2 kids who are under 2 years old, you are a mother of 2 under 2. And she created this support community for them, and she's just coaching them. She coaches them from when that first child, that second child is born, until that child crosses 2 years. That is 2 years of mentoring and coaching and support that she was providing these women, and she was getting paid. Her membership was nearly like, is it $7,000 or $12,000 per month? I'm like, so that's something. Oh my goodness. It was a big deal, right? So how to feed babies, how to cook, how to use social media, how to grow a business, how to sleep better at night, how to play musical instruments, how to speak a new language. There was a guy I kept seeing his ads on YouTube, teaching how to master some simple chords. I'm like, yeah, let me sign up for the webinar, free webinar. When I was done with the webinar, the guy was selling the program, I think for like $7,000. People pay that much to learn piano. Of course they do. If they weren't paying, he won't be charging that much, right? How to put baby to sleep, how to battle procrastination, how to overcome addiction, how not to shout at your children. Some weird courses I've seen includes how to nurture a goldfish. I had a coach who used to coach people on how to nurture their goldfish, Josh Stanton. I'm like, what? So what to text a girl, I have seen that course before. How to street fight, how to listen to music, the art of clowning, how to communicate with an animal. I've seen those courses for real. Okay. I'm just trying to, really poke your brain to see what is possible, right? So tell me in the chat, what do you want to teach other people? Give me in the chat, like how to what? What's your topic? Now I'm going to show you the 4-step formula to monetizing your expertise in 30 days. So once you've nailed this how to, there are 4 things you now need to do to make money from it in the next 30 days. So I'm going to show you something very soon, and it's about speaking the language that your audience wants to hear. So a couple of days ago, I was having this session with one of my clients, and he said he was having troubles connecting with people. He was having no sales. He was doing all the work, putting out content on social media, attending live events, but he was not making money. He was very practical. I mean, he had to really go, low to let me know his troubles. And I said, okay, how are you selling the stuff? What do you offer? Then when he was telling me what he offered, I'm like, what's that? I'm lost. What is that? He felt so embarrassed. And he said, Temi, for someone like you, who you're so knowledgeable, if you don't understand me, then I'm lost. I said, you know what? Use very simple English. What are the choice of words that your clients are using when they talk about their problems? Did you get that? What are they saying? Do they go to bed saying, oh, I need to develop my mind? I doubt it. They are not. Oh, I need to develop I need to change my mindset. Nope, they are not saying that. Oh, I need to pay attention to no, they're not saying that. What words are they using to describe their problem? So how to master your money and retire early. That's good, Ayokunle. That's fantastic. How to reverse type 2 diabetes without drugs. Hey! Ijoma, whoosh, delicious, hot. That's good. How to relate with a difficult boss. So that, relate with the difficult boss and grow your career as you want it, or and maybe gain the promotion you've been looking for. Because yes, difficult boss, yes, but what's the end result? Use the words. How to remember your value and show up for you. No, Sabrina, what is the benefit? Okay. You know what? Back to my slides. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Back to my slides where I'm going to teach you what to say, how to say it. Okay. So, yes, back to my slides, Temi, don't get distracted. Let's do this. So back. Are you here? Somebody's laughing. You've missed me, haven't you? Like, this is Temi. Okay, I'm trying to share. Yes, let's go back to slides. Now, say with me, I refuse to take myself for granted. Say with me, I am good enough. I know enough. Okay? Yes, say with me. I refuse to take myself for granted. I am good enough. I know enough. Okay? Now, this is the formula. Do a screenshot if you have to. Quickly. 3, 2, 1. The first step is clarify. Okay? You must clarify which was what I was attempting to do for you guys just now. Okay? Clarifying is when you shed light on your why. You shed light on your why. Why are you doing this? You shed light on the solution you want to offer, that your knowledge will offer, and then you clarify the markets. That is who you want to sell to, and then you clarify the offer itself, right? So we are looking at 1, the why, number 2, the offer, you want to offer people. Number 2, the solution it provides. And then the market you want to sell that solution to. That market is very, very important. But you must begin with your why. Why is this important for you? Now, 3 common mistakes a lot of people who want to monetize their knowledge online make at this clarify step is not defining their why. You must know why you want to do this. Why is this important to you? Champions begin with their why. Number 2 is trying to target everyone will only leave you burnt out. Okay, they're not sitting into one solution. Please sit into one solution first. What people are willing to pay for now. Okay, so how do you fix this problem? Number 1, you want to get clear and write down your reason for wanting to monetize your knowledge. This is very important. I didn't begin to hit real breakthroughs until I was clear on my why. And that's why it may sound a bit fluffy or a bit intangible, but I needed to add it because it changed the game for me. In fact, I have it right here in my notes, right? And most of you who know me very well, those of you in my inner circle, you know that I'm always referring to this black book where I write my decisions, I write my why, I say, why do I really want to make money now? And I had a list, 1, 5 to 10, right? Yeah, and it made a difference in my energy. So what is at stake for you? What will you gain or lose from teaching others what you know and charging for it? Okay. Number 2 is define your target audience. So take note of the difference between your consumers and your customers. So know the people you want to serve, okay, to a T, how they think, what their main pain points are, and what their desires are, okay? Then focus on one solution that people are ready to pay to learn as soon as yesterday. That way your 30 days can really, really work fast. I understand you may have tons of expertise, okay, that you can help humanity with, but for you to successfully monetize your expertise, you have to focus on solving one problem per time, preferably the problem that people are already paying to learn. I keep repeating this because my coach would say, in fact, she said it today on the call. She said, repetition is the mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, niece, and nephew. Then today she added another one again. She said, and second cousin. Like, what? I haven't heard that one before. She said, second cousin of learning. And that's why I have to keep repeating that to you. If you're not sure people are paying to learn that already, go on Udemy, udemy.com, UDEMI, and just use some keywords in your niche to see courses, paid courses, not the free ones, paid courses that people charge maybe like at least $100 for, and see if there are at least 10,000 people who have paid for that course. That is a very quick way to see if there are people already paying for it, because the hard truth is this: not every knowledge or expertise you have is monetizable. So you must find that knowledge or expertise that people are willing to pay for. That is a hard truth, but I owe it to you to tell you as your sister. Is that sinking well for you? I hope so. You good? All right. Number 2, you have to design. So once you have that solution, you've clarified all that, you know it for sure, right? The second thing you must do is to design. All still within 30 days. In fact, you can do this one in 1 day. In fact, you will do this one in 1 hour when I sit with you as your coach. Design. your expert knowledge. So this means you are deliberately designing the solution you want to offer the world in a clear way that people are eager and happy to buy from you. And there are 4 things you must design here. First, you must design the results. So starting from under, right? So this arrow begins from here. The results. Number 1, what result will people get? It must be tangible. You must know the benefits behind the benefits of your knowledge or of learning from you. Then you must design the user experience in a very simple manner. Don't worry, I'll get there. Number 3, you must have a framework. What is the framework? Yes, I noticed a rearrangement that needs to happen. So first, you must design your results, then your framework. Those of you who have worked with me, I'm sure you understand framework. That is your solution framework. How many of you have your framework already here? That you did the task or you got it from working with me? Just type framework in the chat. Okay, so you need to have your results, number 1. Then you want to have your framework, number 2. Then you want to have what? You want to have your offer content, number 3. And then you want to have user experience, number 4. Okay, so the first thing you must design is the results. This speaks to where you will lead people to. This speaks to where you are, or where they would land when they are done with you. Do you see? So I'm going to show you the slide again because I've done the rearrangements. Okay, so this is it, right? First, you design the results you want people to have from working with you, and then the framework you would lead them through, then your offer, the content of your offer, and then 3, their user experience. Now, a common mistake I see people make at this step is, number 1, not having a clear, no fluff end results. That speaks to the example that, what's her name now? Come on, I need to remember your name. The example that she gave me about personal development, okay? That is not clear, it is fluffy, and there is no tangible end results to it. So what happens is that you are focused on the process. You are focused on the expert's knowledge of it. No, you must be clear on exactly what people are going to get out of learning from you. Okay, this is an easy trap that a lot of us experts we fall into, okay? Because we are used to calling things by their botanical names. You know, we use their botanical names. No, use simple English, the words they are using, okay? Then number 2, not having a clear solution path for your students. You're not sure what will happen on week 1, week 2, week 3, and it waters down what you are offering. It also reduces your confidence in what you are also offering. You will not be able to sell. All right. It's not enough to have a solution you want to solve, you want to provide, right? You must have a step-by-step process that will help your students to achieve results. Is that clear? The number 3 mistake is jumping to create the content before validating it. This is a big mistake many experts make. They hurry to spend tons of money and time to create videos from content they have not validated. And if you know me, you know something. When I have an idea, I first spend time to spread it out. I call in experts, I pick their brains, then I offer the program at a dirt cheap price. Not because the offer is not valuable, but because I just need people to help me validate the program. And the moment I run the first cohort, you all know what happens. The moment I run that first cohort or second cohort, it doesn't just goes up. Goes up does not describe what really happens. It not just goes up. Goes up is it jumps. Maybe jump a bit. Who can tell me what really happens? So when I start, this stuff delivers results, the price usually doubles. It explodes. It is unbelievable when I tell that, see, this program that you guys took 18 months ago for $150 now goes for $2,000. Those people who took the course, they can't believe it. And I'm like, see, that course didn't the value was not $150 that you guys paid for it. It was $2,000, but I wanted to validate it. So the PBM course now haven't had over 100 graduates. I am so confident that I sell it shamelessly for $2,000. And I'm not even in there anymore, like fully in there. And I have coaches. From that program, we now also have a certification program where people are now coaching others on the same framework. So this is something you must never ever miss when you are monetizing your knowledge. Now, what should you do to begin to design a great solution for your students? Number one is design an end result your students need. Leave out the fluff. Don't just assume. Do a research. I was talking to one of my clients this afternoon, Christine, and I said, market research. He said, no, market research, she knows it's validated. I said, has anyone ever paid you? He's like, no. I said, so listen to your coach. You need to validate that offer that it is a payable knowledge. You're like, oh, okay, coach, I get you. That's it. Right? You must be sure that there is an end result and it is research-based and it is what your students need. Number two, create a signature solution framework that will take your students on a chronological path to get the results that your knowledge can provide. Right now, I'm running you through my framework. Who has caught the first step of the framework? Or who caught the framework? Put it in the chat. Okay, just the acronym C dash. Just 4 steps, right? Good. Number 3, design the content of your offer first. Sell it and deliver it as a minimum viable product. Thank you, Yabo. CDSD. Now, most people, they miss out this part. And that was the missing button, the missing piece for a lot of my students, graduates. So many of you will reach out to you some weeks ago. We're asking you, what results have you been able to get since you finished your course? Some of you, I had you on video. We had interviews and all. And I saw that there was a gap for them to cross that bridge to monetize because they were all waiting on the tech. And I'm like, how can I help those people? And boom, I came up with this framework. Right? So before you create the product as an online course, as a book and everything, you want to design the content framework and offer it live to a bunch of students to give you feedback and possibly testimonials. Did you catch that? I hope so. Number 4, focus on designing a great user experience. Make it easy to use, navigate, and complete. Make that body of knowledge very, very easy to consume. And offer quick results. 30 days. What's the minimum thing you can offer somebody in 6 weeks? Offer that first. You may need to offer tools, extra resources to give your students the best results so that they can recommend you to their friends and even give you great testimonials. And for this, I always say, use your existing tools like WhatsApp, Facebook, Zoom. Don't complicate things at all. Facebook groups. Are you with me? Step 3, you want to sell. So with the sell, first, you attract. Second, you engage. And third, you convert. So this image is correct because the attraction happens at the bigger level. Few of them will engage with you. Those who engage are the ones you would invite. Those you invite are the ones who will convert. Now, don't be afraid. This is not a sales funnel class. No. This is simply saying, how can you attract more people? Usually on social media. How do you engage with them? By talking to them, responding to them, DMing them, holding a sales call with them. Number 3, invite them. Quick question. How many of you know how to hold sales calls? If you do, type I do in the chat. If you don't, type I don't in the chat. Like, okay, hold on. How many of you are very confident of your sales calls? Like that call, it converts. Because knowing how to do it is different from getting results from doing it. That is where the invitation happens. How many of you have been on a call with me and you are like, Temi, she knows how to sell. I have a student who said, Temi, I always avoid getting on the call with you because once I do, I know I will buy that thing. Then once you call me, I know, I'm buying what Temi is selling because she makes it so convincing. What if I told you that it's a script? I have a script I simply follow. It is a scientific thing. Step 1, say this. Step 2, pause, keep quiet. Step 3, repeat that. Step 4, confirm this. Step 5, ask for the money. Step 6, keep quiet and wait. Like it's literally scientific. So once you attract, when you invite people, you are then able to convert them. So a common mistake you want to avoid at this stage is, number 1, you make it all about the offer. See, no one really cares about the process. What they want to know is if you can deliver. Let's be honest. So we have a few people who are particular about the details, but majority of people just say, just give me the jollof rice. Forget that, hey, I'll need to wash the rice. I'll need to add curry. Just give me the jollof rice, right? They know they are in pains and they are ready for solutions. So make your offer about your students, your prospects. Number 2, they don't sell at all. Some people think that a good product sells itself, not knowing that it is a known good product that sells itself. Number 3 mistake you must avoid is not leveraging social media and complicating the sales process. See, there will be time for you to create the funnels and record the videos, but for the next 30 days, don't think about those. Let's just think about money and how we can impact people. Just think cash and impact. C and I. Go to bed and say cash and impact, cash and impact, cash and impact, cash and impact. That's what you're thinking about, right? So what should you do to sell more? Number 1, share the solution you offer from your target audience's angle. Think like them. Use their words to describe your solutions. Talk to them from their pain points. And most importantly, sell. Number 2, sell based on the value you know you can deliver and the solution you carry. You're not salesy or sleazy when you are letting people know that you have their solution. Your expertise will only speak for itself when people are tuned in. If they're not in, they can't buy from you. So you must learn to sell from different angles in a way that adds value to your prospect. Number 3 is leverage your most active social media. What's your most active social media? Is it WhatsApp? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook group? Facebook. For me, Facebook groups are the best. Facebook groups are the best because there are people already, converge in those groups. When I work with you as your coach, I always insist that you work inside at least 5 groups. So at least become the expert in that group. Now, let me share a very quick story with you. A couple of days ago, someone reached out to me, a client, a prospect. Well, a client actually. And then he said, "Tell me, people are not getting what I'm saying. I'm not making money." And I asked him, "What do you do?" Then he said, so and so. I'm like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "Tell me, I'm doomed. If you don't understand me, then who will understand me?" I said, "Can you break it down for me and tell me what is the benefit behind the benefit of what you do?" He's been in the industry for like 20 years. So he's used to calling things by their botanical names, by their actual jargons. And that's fine. You're an expert. But when talking to your prospects, when you are selling, I beg you, do not use those jargony words. So I told the guy, I said, "What do you really help people do? What's like the end result?" He said, "Okay, I help them overcome burnout, stress, depression." He gave me about 7 things: distraction, overwhelm, like 7 things. I'm like, okay, of these 7, I think personally I can relate the most to 3: stress, overwhelm, and burnout. Those are very simple language. Why aren't you using these words to describe your ideal, to describe what you offer? He was like, it does. No. You've been saying them in their botanical names. I said, so let's just say this. You help highly productive people to overcome stress, burnout, and overwhelm in 30 days or less. How does that sound? We're like, well, isn't that so simple? I said, yes, try it. That was on Friday. About 10 p.m., I remember because I just finished praying with my family, and my sons were going to their rooms, and his call just came in. And I'm like, okay, why is he calling? What's up? He said, take me. It worked. I'm like, what worked? He said, take me for the first time. As he went for a networking event, and as he was introducing himself, everyone could relate. They could understand what he was saying. And he said, for the first time ever, he lives here in Houston. He said he's been to several, at least 40 networking events in the last 2 years. He said for the first time, there was a queue of people waiting to meet with him. And I'm like, what? He said, tell me it worked. I just told them what you told me to tell them. That, hi everyone, I'm a productivity coach with expertise in helping highly productive people like you to overcome stress, burnout, and overwhelm. And he said, a man said, my wife needs you. She's overworked. She's this, she's that. And I'm like, he said, Tammy, I didn't even go with my complimentary cards. But guess what? They took my numbers and I shared the link with them to book a call with me. I said, simple. So this morning he sent me his framework, life. I'm like, well done. So see how you can distill this into 30 days. So create the 60 days version, the 120 days version, the 1 year version. People can see that there is still more to learn from you, but there is something that they can get from you now. You want to speak simply to your current market. Don't complicate things. So share the solution you offer from your audience's angle. Use their language. Step number 4 is to deliver. With this, you deliver the solution. You get your solution into the hands of the people that you want to help. Okay? Get your solution into their hands. Now, a common mistake you must avoid here is overthinking the process. and you're letting tech and everything else to overwhelm you. Number 2 is you're trying to teach everything. You're trying to teach everything. Okay, don't do that. Number 4 is not collecting feedback or testimonials. Don't do that. Always seek for testimonials. So what should you do to deliver your best? Number 1, simplify the process. Simplify the content. Be committed to collecting feedback and improving. Then number 4, have and use your contracts and disclaimers. So again, this is the full. So first you clarify. So hold on. My arrows are going the other way. Those arrows are not respecting that. They're not respecting. So I want you to have something that you can actually do a screenshot of that can become a point of reference to you. But let me know in the chat if this has really been helpful to you. What has been the value of today's class for you? Let me know in the chat. Like, has this really been worth it for you? Now, with this, do you believe that you can actually make money with all of that I've taught you so far? Like, is there like a possibility of you making money? So the final step of delivery, hold on, let me quickly pick it out for you. Again, this is just me trying to really give you an overview. So even if you and I never talk again, at least you can say, this one, I took it away from Tammy. Okay? You can say, this one, I took it away from Tammy. So first things first with the deliver is, number 1, you want to have your mode of delivery on lockdown. So the mode of delivery, number 2, you want to, so this speaks to the platform. So let me just call it the platform you're using. So choose the platform. Hold on, I'm going to show you my screen very soon for you to do a screenshot. So just hold on. So this is like the correct thing you want to have, okay? And everything in this case is down, upward, okay? Everything in this case is what? Down, upwards. So first, not upward, down now, okay? So just take note of that. I'm going to share my screen in a moment. So there you go, the almighty screenshot for you to take. So this is the selling part. So first, know your why, know the offer, know the solution, and then the markets. Okay? Design the results you want to give them, the user experience. So, sorry. So no, the framework comes before the user experience. Okay. Oh goodness. I want you to have the best screenshot. So that's why I'm actually this particular about it. Okay. So let me just do the whole thing here. So first the results, then what next? Who remembers? The framework must always come next, right? And then where's that content now? Disappeared. The offer content, and what's next? The user experience. I believe that should be it. Yes. And then we have the converts. Under the converts, we have, first, you want to attract people, you want to engage with them, you want to invite them, and then you convert them. So let me help you. For somebody who said that they will have issues with the sell, attract on social media with your bio, with the right content, engage on your page, on their page, with comments, with DMs, then invite them on a sales call. So you will have a sales call with them, a sales conversation. It's in that call that you will now convert them to pay you. Do you have a bank account they can pay to? Right on that call, you would share your bank accounts with them. Don't complicate it. If you have a PayPal link, They should PayPal you or Zelle you or Monzo you right on that call. You invite them to work for you. Then with the deliver, pick a platform, a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group, or a Zoom. Have your contracts necessary, if necessary. Then deliver the content. It can be live for every week for 4 weeks. Just come up, show up, and then collect feedback. I have tried to break this down. Okay, so I'm saying, how do I do market research? Okay, great question, Sabrina. I'm going to show you a sample I'm going to give you a sample that tells you how to do a market survey. It's actually a Google form, but asking the right question can really, really be a game changer. Okay, someone said very valuable, immense value. Every engagement leaves me in a better place. Very valuable. Now I know what to call my ebook. Oh, really? You do? Yeah, but that is so good. So now say this with me as we wrap up. I'm an expert. I am good enough. I know enough to help those who need my help. I don't need a certification to impact lives. I don't need to be techie to help lots of people. People are paying me for the solutions I deliver. There are people waiting for me to find my voice. There are people who need me to change their lives. I step up now and I take my place as a solution in my world. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. Fantastic. Now, let me ask you. So let's say you learned all the steps in the CDS framework and you got a hands-on coaching to execute all I've shown you so far. Do you think you could be successful? If you think yes, then I'm going to ask you how much you would like to make within 30 days of implementing all I've been teaching you. Put it in the chat for me. Put it in the chats. Now, if you feel really excited, I am so happy to introduce you to my brand new accelerator program, right? That is the Monetize Your Expertise in 30 days or less program. This is an execution-based course. It is less about the content and more about the execution. So all the steps I taught you I've mentioned so far, the CDSD, you will get all of them plus 30-day execution. So this means that you'll be able to get rid of the guesswork, right? You'll be able to learn my entire expert monetization framework. You'll be able to design your own system, your own framework, your own strategy, monetize your knowledge and your expertise in 30 days. You'll be able to create your first high impact knowledge product in 30 days or less. Yes, fantastic. So the course content alone is worth way, way much, right? So this is the program, right? You come here, just click on this unlock course, right? And it brings you here. Okay, any more questions? Let me see. I hope with this, you really, really do have all the skills, all the help that you need to be able to make money. I really, really broke it down for you. And I hope you found it helpful, the way I broke down the framework for you. I hope so. I really, really hope so. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your hour. I don't take it for granted. Payments made. Yay! You are welcome. So I will send you a mail to send me your feedback about this webinar, or preferably, since I didn't email you the invitation, just send a chat back to me or to Lillian. I want a thing I can screen grab as your feedback. Don't worry, I'll keep it anonymous. just need the feedback so that we can really share this. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.